Here working on my 97 Jeep Cherokee. This is the four-wheel drive with the straight 6 4.0, and I've been having a problem driving where it starts stalling out. When I start it, it'll sputter and stall, and I was worried it was maybe the fuel pump going bad or the computer system going bad. Like I said, it was just, you start it and just start sputtering. I heard other people mention the same kind of problem with this Jeep, or the similar with other models. And some of the things that started going on was, one, just start up just sputtering and sputtering and sputtering, shut it off, and it'd start back up and run fine. And then I was driving home on the highway, and all of a sudden my gauges would start acting up. The voltmeter would jump up, the gas gauge would jump up. They'd stay up for a while and go back down. And it made me think there might be an electrical problem, which made me think about the computer. And then I remember hearing somebody mention about grounding systems on here. Sometimes the grounds start getting dirty, so I thought that's an easier fix or check. So I went back and checked my ground negative side to the body here, cleaned it, took it apart, and cleaned that one. Came over to this side, cleaned all. What I did on this is I just loosened these nuts all up that hold the computer on and screwed them back in. Then I took these two right here, which are to the wiring harness. You can see those in there. Took those off, scraped them. You can kind of see where I scraped marks, and got it down to some bare metal and cleaned it back up. And then I'm back here where the strap one is to the back of the engine block, took that one off, did the same thing. And they were, of course, all grimy, and they had a haze of, nickel gets like a gray haze over it when it gets dirty, and it interrupts the grounding of it. So cleaned all those. Came back over to my battery, took off the negative side, wire brushed it, cleaned all the wiring, cleaned everything back up, and of course checked to make sure that everything else was good. And over here on the positive side, did the same. This is to my winch, and that's just a fused breaker so it doesn't overheat. Took it off, did the same thing. Now on part two, this is something that I did wrong. I normally, when I'm working on this, I use my little ratchet and I ratchet down and tighten all these back up. Done it many times on many cars, never had a problem. But this time I got in a hurry and I didn't go grab it. I just used my wrench, and I had my wedding ring on. And as I went to go tighten this up, the wrench was contacting here and contacting the positive. I slipped and I hit right here. As you can see, this nice little burn mark right here. And it grounded through my wedding ring, which was a 14 karat gold ring. And it immediately didn't shock me. It just heated the ring up like you would a welding rod, and it just heated up immediately. Burnt my finger to a crisp. Now this is about 3 weeks ago this happened. You can kind of see the white mark still on that finger right there. I don't know if it'll show up or not, but it was nasty looking. I took a picture of it, but I've lost that picture. But it was ugly looking. But it only took a second. I yanked the ring off and threw it, and but it was too late. Damage was done. So that was a stupid mistake. So I guess the note: be careful when you're doing that. I've done it dozens of times, never thought anything about it, but this thing's got 760 cold cranking amps, and anybody knows about that's a lot of power to go through your ring like that and heat it up immediately. So be careful, wear gloves, don't wear jewelry, don't work around your battery. I mean, I've worked on cars for 20 years and never had something like that happen, but it just took a split second, it just burnt my finger to a crisp. So anyway, be careful when you're working around the battery. Maybe disconnect the battery if you're doing anything else, of course. But the thing is, after I did all that, the car worked fine. Started up, everything works smooth, runs smooth, doesn't have any more stalling issues. I'm going to go back again and clean all these a little better. Again, before winter, it's starting to get cold out, so I'm sure they're getting dirty, and maybe go look around and see what other ones I can find. I'm sure other people can tell me where some more at, but I said I mainly just changed all these, that one, and the ones with the computer. And those all look fine, and it runs fine. Everything's been good on that. So having that stalling problem where you see your needle starting to act weird or things electrical, check your grounds first and see what's going on there, and that might solve your problem. Anyway, hope that helps somebody out there. Thanks for watching. Bye. One other thing I was going to note, this is the wedding ring. If you can see, let's see if we can put this flat here. There's my ring. You can see how well it's going to show up. Let's see here. That does not focus at all. Come on, you silly thing. There's the band. Whoa. Anyway, burn mark, That's where it touched the body of the car, and probably the, the wrench, of course, and it just burnt and it broke it right in half. And this is 14 karat, so it holds heat really well and heats up extremely fast. You can see how much damage was done, but that's what done to my ring, so it's pretty much ruined. But anyway, just be careful. And like I said, thanks for watching.